So what do you do when your passes are blocked out for the holiday season at Walt Disney World? You go somewhere else. Reptile World.
Dude, it's a cobra.
Cobra! And this is all for you, Mark, because you like serpents.
I love cobras.
It's Reptile World. I do not like reptiles at all, but I'm doing this because Mark really wanted to go, and he does a lot of stuff for me that he doesn't want to do, so I'm doing this for him. Also, this may make a great side trip for you if you want to get away from the major parks. This is in like the Kissimmee St. Cloud area. All the information will be in the description down below, as well as a link to the website for this particular attraction. It's inexpensive. It's a short little jaunt from the parks. Your kids may love it. You may love it. We'll go take a look and see what they have to offer. As you can see from the exterior, it's not any larger than a small strip center. So I'm wondering how big it is inside. Oh, look, there's beautiful birds right out here, catching some sun and fresh air. Hi, buddy. Aren't you beautiful? Oh, did you say hello to me? Hello. Hello. He said hello. This is the entrance where you go and pay for your admission. They have some things on exhibit here. That gigantic snake is, like, I walked in and I saw it and went, whoa! I'm afraid of snakes. Just in the inside of the door, they have a little guest book here that you can sign in. And it looks like most of the people in here are from up north or right around locally. Looks like we're just in time to watch them do a venom milking of an eastern coral snake. Ugh. That is terrifying. Let me see if I can get closer. It may be difficult to see with some of the reflection, but those bins that you see on the racks are all individual bins for snakes. This is going to be an eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Oh, his head's sticking out there. Oh, he's ready to go. Ooh. Ooh. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh, whoa. And that's it. Oh, wow, check this out. She is getting a cobra out of his drawer and taking him over to be milked. Holy cow, look at that. And this is a monocled cobra. Oh, wow, thank goodness there's glass between us and them. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah. That is crazy. Oh! Whoa. Oh! That was scary. I got it on video. I'm actually shaking now after that. I'm not joking. Like my camera's like, oh. So this is a lab where they process the venom. They have 35 different varieties of venomous snakes here, and they produce venom that they give to hospitals and universities all over the nation that is used for different sorts of research and study, as well as for making antivenom for people who are bitten by snakes. Check out the Neato turtle pond. Everybody's sunning themselves today because it's in the 60s today, so. On that wall you can see all the different types of turtles they have in here. Lots of variety, many of them native to Florida. So one of the other things they have here is like behind fenced areas like this. They have lots of very natural habitat areas for the turtles and signs telling you which turtles to look for. And they can be hard to find sometimes, but in cool weather like this, you'll often find them sunning themselves. And you might not be able to see it on this camera, but there are two of them up against the wall in the back of the habitat that are sunning themselves. They have habitats here for alligators, and this one says, please do not feed the alligator accidentally. I've never seen that kind of sign before. I wonder what they mean by that. I will say that I think it's unusual to have a chain link fence around it because alligators can actually climb fences, but I suppose if they're well fed, they don't bother to. Okay, so this big old gator here, his name is Pete, and that's his girlfriend, Lupita. And apparently Pete knows his name. If you call his name right around dinner time, he comes a-running. Wonder if it's just because of dinner time. Can you guys see this? It looks like Lupita and Pete are holding hands. That's so romantic. One of the neat things about this attraction is that it's a family-owned and run attraction. I believe they make the majority of their money off of the venom that they collect and sell to different institutions. But this is a wonderful way to come and show your kids a little bit about reptiles. This fella is a non-venomous Cuban boa. Arguably one of the scariest snakes we have here in Florida are the cottonmouth. I've actually run into these a few times over the years, and they're pretty fast, pretty scary. Luckily, I did not get bitten. Southern copperheads can also be found in Florida. Very pretty snake, very deadly. Now these guys, rat snakes, are actually really, really, really sweet snakes, apparently. I won't pick one up, but they make great pets. And they are non-venomous. And just like all snakes, they do great things for the environment. Here's another Florida snake. It is the Florida pine snake. He is non-venomous. He's often mistaken for the eastern diamondback, which is a poisonous snake. These guys really are not poisonous, and they're pretty cool snakes. This guy is a gaboon viper. He has, I don't know if you can see it, a horn on the tip of his nose. That is a freaky looking snake. Have you ever seen one of these before? I know I haven't.
Dude, they live in Africa.
Oh, well, that might be why. They live in Africa. Now this is the western diamondback rattlesnake. I showed you one earlier that was non-venomous, that's often mistaken for this snake. This is the venomous snake. This is the bad guy. Well, I mean, technically there are no bad animals. They all serve their purpose on the face of the earth, but this guy's venomous. Ah, yes. Reptilian romance. Look at these two cuddled up together. Notice this, please stand back. There's a couple of these cases that have this sign on it because the snakes inside can aggressively attack the glass. They're not gonna get out, but you know, it's scary. This is a speckled rattlesnake. He is venomous, obviously, but really interesting looking guy. Ooh, that speckled cobra back there is standing up. There were some people who were hanging out here a few minutes ago. Maybe he didn't like them. I don't know. There's Mark visiting with his favorites, some spitting cobras. These are Java spitting cobras. He's very interested in me for some reason, and I'm less interested in him. Why are you looking at me so closely? This is an Egyptian cobra. He is very active today. Checking it out. This guy is all up in my face. I'm not a fan of you. You're creeping me out. Oh, why are you looking at me? He is looking at me. You can't really see Mark, but the idea is just to give you a sense of the scope of size of how big this thing is. It's quite a little distance away. It's about 3 to 4 feet away from us. See Mark's hand there, and you can see how huge this thing is. His head
that thing's head is easily as big as my hand.
It's the size of, probably if I put my 2 hands side by side, it would be just about the size of his head. This is, I guess, what we would call a plus-size snake. It's a reticulated python. So this is a venomous snake. It's not like a boa constrictor, like usually big snakes like this are boa constrictors. This is a king cobra, big, gigantic, massive, venomous snake.
These suckers get to be 18.8 feet long.
Oh, he's eyeballing us.
Check him out.
Oh, he's coming over here. Yeah, he's got like an eyeball issue. The other eye. Oh, that's creepy.
That's awesome. This is the best thing in the world.
Oh, especially with that weird eyeball. Oh, I don't like it. Here comes King Cobra. He's the king of the snakes. He's a king and he's gonna bite ya. So it's taken us a little over an hour to walk through all the different exhibits. Like I said, there's, I believe they said something like 45 or 35 different varieties of types of snakes here, as well as different lizards and turtles, alligators, all kinds of reptiles. I didn't shoot everything because I want to leave some things for you to enjoy and discover yourselves. But I'll tell you something, there were lots of kids here and they were going absolutely bananas over all of the exhibits, and especially of the milking of the snake venom. This was a really, really, really interesting experience, and for the price, you can't beat it. It's a great little excursion, a nice side trip away from the major parks in the Orlando area. A couple of quick things about the facility itself. It's a really small facility, so you're not going to find anything here for snacks or food or drinks because you'll be in and out fairly quickly. It is pretty much, for the most part, wheelchair accessible and EVC accessible. The bathrooms, when you get to the restroom, you actually have to step up to get into the restrooms. So I don't know how easy that'll be to navigate for a wheelchair. You may want to ask for a ramp, but otherwise it's fairly easy to get in and out of. Each restroom has a single stall for the men's and ladies room that is wheelchair accessible. Otherwise, real easy to get around and take a look at all the different exhibits. A lot of it, the snake portion, is indoors, so this is even a good rainy day activity. Oh, how handsome are you?
No, I'm not.
There you have it, Reptile World Serpentarium, say that 10 times really fast, is a fantastic side trip away from the major parks. Your kids are gonna go crazy. They will absolutely love it. It's a wonderful local family-run attraction, and it's just something you're not gonna see every day. It's a fantastic experience. Come on over and check it out yourself. You'll love it.